Yeah. Hello all. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So in today's
Mm,
session, we will go through a new concept, which is nothing but credit management. What is that?
Credit management.
Yes, credit management. Okay. So
Mm,
previously, I told you something about the credit management, right?
mm,
What is that? Credit management is nothing but it is the process of managing the credit limits of the customer. What is that?
mm.
It is the
Managing the
process,
credit limit of the customer.
yes, process of managing the credit limits of the customer.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
So whenever customer's credit limit exceeds, the credit department will block the transactions.
mm,
What will happen? If customer credit limit exceeds, then the, yes, tell me, credit department will
uh,
block the transaction.
logs the. Mm,
Okay.
mm,
And the managing of the credit limits will be done by
mm,
credit department. Who will manage
mm.
the credit limits? It will be done
Credit
by the
limit.
credit
Mm,
management. Means it
mm,
will be done by the credit department.
mm,
Okay. So now let me tell you, let me give you a small example.
mm,
So if you are purchasing something in Flipkart,
mm,
okay.
mm,
So if you are purchasing worth of 1000, so you are not paying to the Flipkart initially, right? Sometimes you will pay initially, but let us take the credit one. It's nothing but first of all you will pay, first of all you will order the product, and when you get the product you will pay to the Flipkart, right?
mm,
So here, if custom means if the Flipkart has allowed you to purchase up to 1000, and if you make the purchase more than 1000, then the system will not allow because it will be block you for credit.
mm,
So normally in projects what we can find is, if customers are placing the orders,
mm,
then if customers credit limit exists, like see, the company will give some limit to the customer, so the
mm,
customer can order up to 10 lakh without paying initially.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
So if customer has purchased, means if customer has placed an order worth of 11 lakhs, then the system will not allow because his credit limit is 10 lakh, but it has exceeded by 1 lakh.
mm.
Did you get me?
Yeah.
So here, who will manage these credit limits? The fixing of the credit limits will be managed by the credit department.
Mm,
Okay. And see,
mm,
if customer has purchased here, or if customer has placed an order for 11 lakh, if customer's credit limit is only 10 lakh, then the order will be blocked, right?
mm,
So when the customer's credit limit exceeds, the credit department will block at the means will block the transaction.
mm,
So I will let you know the configuration, but before that I just would like to give you a brief introduction about the credit management.
mm,
Okay, see here, let
mm,
me give you what exactly the roles and responsibilities of the credit department.
mm.
What are these roles and
Respond.
responsibilities of
Mm,
of credit department?
mm,
Okay, because it will be controlled by the credit department only, right?
yeah,
See, the credit department will fix the credit limits of the customer.
mm,
First of all, the credit department will fix the credit limits of the customer. So what exactly the credit
mm,
limit of the customer? That's what will be fixed by the credit department only.
mm,
For some customers it may be more, and for some customers it may be less, or we can find the same credit limits for all the customers.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
in the same way, it's also responsible to review the credit limits of the customer. What it will do? It will review the credit limits of the customer.
mm,
So in the same way, the credit department is also responsible for blocking the transactions if the customer's credit limit exceeds. Did you get me?
mm,
The credit department will also block the transactions if the credit limit got exceeds.
mm,
In the same way, the credit department is also responsible for classifying the customers. Generally, the customers will be classified like high risk customers, medium risk customers, and low risk customers.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
In the same way, the credit department is also responsible for releasing the orders which are blocked for the credit. What is
mm,
the fifth point? Release the orders. So did you get me? What exactly the rules and responsibilities of the credit department?
yeah, yeah,
Yes. Okay. So now let me move to the next point here. See, now if this is the customer, okay, and the customer has
mm,
placed a sales order. Okay. See, if
mm,
the credit limit exceeds, what is that? See here, let me
credit
take two.
limit.
Yeah, let me take two scenarios. This is what is if credit limit not exceeds. Okay.
Mm,
So for example, the credit limit is 10 lakhs
mm,
and the customer has placed an order for 9 lakhs. So
mm,
here the credit limit is not exceeds, right? So in
mm,
this case, what will happen? The order will get confirmed and delivery will get created, then invoice also will get created, right?
mm. Okay.
This is what will happen if the credit limit of the customer not exceeds. If the credit limit of the customer exceeds, for example, the customer has placed an order for 11 lakhs.
Mm,
Here, what is the credit limit of the customer? It is just 10 lakhs, right?
mm,
So in this case, the order will be blocked. What will happen? The order will get blocked and which will be sent to the credit department. Okay.
mm,
So here, if the credit department release the block, if the credit department release the block, then what will happen? Delivery will get created. Okay, then
mm,
invoice will get
mm,
generated.
mm.
Okay, so if the
Okay.
credit department not block means not released the blocked order,
Mm,
then what will happen? the customer has to pay. Then only the delivery will get created. Then after that, invoice will get generated. So are you clear with this flow? Okay. See, if customer place an order for less than the credit limit, then delivery will get created and invoice also will get created. If customer place an order more than what the credit limit is having, then the order will get blocked. So in this case, it will send it to the credit department. Then the credit department can do either they can release the block or they can stay until the customer will pay. So if the customer pay, then only they will release, then the delivery will get created, hence invoice also will get generated. Okay?
Okay.
So I think you are clear with it.
Okay.
So now let me move to the next step here. See here, the credit management is of two types. So this is what is nothing but types of credit management. So credit management is of two types. So what are them? Yeah, tell me.
Automatic credit limit.
Yes, automatic credit check.
Automatic and simple
Credit check
simple
and
credit.
automatic credit check. First one is simple credit check and the second one is automatic credit check. Okay? See, now I will give you the difference between simple credit check and automatic credit check. So now let us move to the differences. So now I will take simple credit check here and automatic credit check here. Okay. See, you can note down the points like this. So in the simple credit check, you can block the customer at the order level, sales order level. What is that? You can block at
sales order level.
Yes. You can block the customer at order level. But in the automatic credit check, you can block at either order level, or delivery level, or PGI level. Post goods issue. Okay. So here in the simple credit check, you have only one option that you can block the customer at order level. But here in automatic credit check, you can block the customer either at order level or delivery level or PGI level. Okay. So here you can note down the second point. In the simple credit check, there is no concept of risk category. What is that? There is no concept of risk category. But in automatic credit check, we have risk categories, which we have already told, right? What are them? High risk, medium risk, and low risk. So for the high risk customers, we will block at order level. And for medium risk customers, we will block at delivery level. And for low risk customers, we will block at PGI level. Okay, so are you clear with these 2 points?
Okay.
Okay, so now let me move to the next point here. See, this is what is the simple credit check, and this is what is automatic credit check. Okay, see, in simple credit check, the system considers receivables only while performing a credit check. What is that? In simple credit check, system considers only the receivables while performing the credit check. Okay, so receivables means open items. What are them? Receivable means open items. So what exactly the open items are? Open items means invoice created, invoice raised, okay, and accounting document also got generated. Invoice raised, accounting document also generated, but customer not paid. Customer not yet paid. So this is what is called as open item. It's also called as receivables. We still has to receive from the customer. Are you clear with it? Okay. See here in the simple credit check, the system will, what is that? Consider only the receivables while performing the credit check. Receivable means open items. Open items means invoice got created, accounting document also got generated, but the customer was not yet paid. That's what is called as receivables here. Okay, so in automatic credit check, the system will consider open order values, then open delivery values, means the system will consider open orders and open deliveries, then open invoices, and open items. While performing the credit check. So here the system consider only the open items. But in this case, in automatic credit check, system considers open orders, open deliveries, open invoices, and also open items. So what do you know about open items?
Order is created and delivery is created, but customer not yet paid.
Invoice got created, accounting document also got created, but customer not yet paid. Okay. So now let me give you a small example here. See, this is what is simple credit check and this is what is automatic credit check. Okay. See, if the customer's credit limit is, what is this? Customer's credit limit is 5 lakhs. Okay. Listen carefully. See here, receivables is 3 lakh. Okay. So sales value here is 3 lakh. Okay. So receivables here is 3 lakh. Receivables means invoice got created, accounting document also got generated, but customer not yet paid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So this is what is 3 lakh, and new sales order is created for 3 lakhs.
Mm.
Then what will happen? The order will get placed, means this sales order will get placed, because here the system thinks that, what is that, credit limit is 5 lakh, but yeah, tell me.
Credit limit is 5 lakh
Yes,
and newly created amount is 3 lakhs
yes,
because credit limit is not exceeded.
yes, because the system will not take into the consideration of the sales value here. It will take into the consideration of only the receivables.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Receivables will update after accounting document generates.
Mm.
Okay. System will consider here how much? 3 lakhs only.
Mm.
So in case of automatic credit check,
Mm.
as the credit limit of the customer is 5 lakh,
Mm.
and if the customer is having open orders worth of 3 lakhs
Mm.
and open deliveries and open invoices.
Mm.
So open deliveries worth of 1.5 lakh
Mm.
and open invoices worth of 0.5 lakh,
Mm.
for example.
Mm.
And if customer place an order for 3 lakh,
Mm.
then here system will not accept this order, because here the credit limit of the customer is getting exceed, because here having
Mm.
open order value as 3 lakh and open deliveries value as 1.5 lakh. In the same way, open invoices value as 0.5 lakh. So here it is 5 lakh.
Mm. Mm.
So for the next sales order, the system will not accept to create.
Mm.
So are you clear with it?
Mm.
So I think you are clear, right?
That's me.
Yeah, okay then. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So you go through them, and in the next session, I will let you know
Mm.
what exactly the difference between centralized and decentralized credit process.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
Yeah, thanks to join the class. Bye.
Okay.